This presentation is going to be on the lungs and lung cancer. For an introduction, we have the breakdown of the lungs. The right lung has the right upper lobe, right middle lobe, and right lower lobe, whereas the left lung has the left lower lobe and the left upper lobe. There are two main types of lung cancer. The first is small cell, and within that division there is oat cell cancer and a combined small cell carcinoma. And then the other division is non-small cell, which is adenocarcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and large cell carcinoma. The incidence and mortality from lung cancer is decreasing in the U.S. due to decades of public education and tobacco control policies, but there are increases everywhere else in the world, especially related to the commencement of the tobacco epidemic in various countries and populations in the developing world. In the U.S., the recent legalization of marijuana for recreational use in many states and the rapid growth of commercially available electronic nicotine delivery systems, or ENDS, presents challenges to public health for which little short-term and no long-term safety data is available. The risk factors have adjustable and non-adjustable factors. The adjustable factors include smoking and secondhand smoking, certain dietary supplements, workplace exposures such as radon and asbestos, and arsenic in the water. The non-adjustable factors include previous radiation to the lungs or lung area, family history, and air pollution. The pathobiology includes the development of lung cancer. It is believed to be a combination of exposure to environmental exposures and an individual's susceptibility to those agents. In the U.S., active smoking is responsible for approximately 90% of all lung cancers. In addition, occupational exposures such as asbestos or radon are responsible for 9 to 15% of lung cancers. Scientists have developed the multiple hit theory, which suggests that a series of toxic exposures impacts the genes in the cells, causing the cells to become abnormal, reproduce at higher rates, and create tumors. The molecular basis of lung cancer is complex and heterogeneous. Improvements in understanding the molecular alterations at multiple levels, genetic, epigenetic, and protein expression, and their functional significance have the potential to impact lung cancer diagnosis and treatment, as well as the prognosis. Lung cancers develop through a multi-step process involving development of multiple genetic and epigenetic alterations, particularly activation of growth-promoting pathways and inhibition of tumor suppressor pathways. Specific molecular alterations that drive tumor growth and provide target therapies have been best defined as in adenocarcinomas, but there is an increasing interest in the molecular landscapes of squamous cell carcinoma, highlighting new potential therapeutic targets in lung cancer as in malignancies. Tumorigenesis relates to the activation of growth-promoting proteins, such as the KRAS or sarcoma viral oncogene homolog, the epidermal growth factor receptor or EGFR, BRAF, MEK1, HER2, MET, ALK, and rearranged during transfection or RET, as well as the inactivation of tumor suppressor genes such as the p53 phosphate with tensin homology or PTEN and LKB1. For clinical manifestations, we have a CT scan, which is the black and white grainy kind of picture, the PET scan, which has the pinkish and the glowing spot, and then a chest x-ray. Lung cancer's clinical manifestations are caused by the tumor's local growth, regional growth, or lymphatic system dissemination, hematogenous, distant metastatic spread, and remote paraneoplastic effects. The majority of organs can be impacted by distant metastatic illnesses. The biomarkers for lung cancer include EGFR, ALK, ROS, KRAS, MET, NTRK1, FGFR, HER2, BRAF, PIK3CA, RET, DDR2, and PTEN. The metastasis includes vascular invasion as well as lymphatic invasion, and once those have been invaded, it is easier for the cancer to metastasize. And from the picture we can see that most often lung cancer metastasizes to bone, brain, and adrenal gland. For staging, there are 3 categories that are followed when it comes to staging. That is T, N, and M. T stands for tumor size and location. N stands for regional lymph node involvement. These lymph nodes are small ball-shaped immune system organs distributed throughout the body. It is important to know whether the cancer has spread to the lymph nodes around the lung and in the chest. And M, metastasis status, refers to which organs the cancer has spread. These are typically completed via bronchoscopies or biopsies from a bronchoscopy, or other imaging can come from pleural fluids and the like. So there are 5 stages when it comes to lung cancer. Stage 0 is an early stage lung cancer that is only in the top lining of the lung or bronchus and has not spread. Stage 1 is divided into 2 sub-stages, 1A and 1B, based on the size of the tumor. In stage 1, the cancer is not spread to the lymph nodes or other parts of the body. Stage 2 is divided into stage 2A and 2B, with each stage then broken into individual sections, dependent on the size of the tumor, where it is found, whether or not it has spread to a lymph node. These tumors may be larger than those in stage 1 and or have begun to spread to nearby lymph nodes. In stage 2, the cancer has not spread to distant organs. Stage 3 is divided into 3A, B, and C, depending on the size and location of the tumor and how far it has spread. Most commonly, the cancer has spread to the lymph nodes in the mediastinum, or the area in the chest between the lungs. Stage 4 is the most advanced form of lung cancer, and this stage the cancer is metastasized or spread to the lining of the lung or other areas of the body. So for screening and prevention, we have lung cancer screening programs, we have healthy diets which should be followed, and avoid certain risk factors that were mentioned previously. Some cancer therapy includes radiation and chemotherapy, as well as targeted therapy and medications, immunotherapy, surgery to remove one or both of the lungs, and then supportive or palliative care. Prognosis is not very good. Approximately 50% of people with lung cancer die within a year of diagnosis. This, of course, is variable with type, and it has been decreasing, like mentioned earlier. And this image shows the lung cancer survival rates throughout the different stages. For current and future research, the HER3 may be a ubiquitously expressed target in the EGFR-M, NSCLC, cell surface protein in the same family of receptors as EGFR, the dimerization partners to EGFR. It is expressed in 83% of non-small cell lung cancer tumors. It's widely overexpressed on primary lung tumors and secondary metastases, including lymph nodes and brain tissue, with lower expression on healthy cells. The expression increases in nearly all patients following treatment with EGFR TKI, with a constant high level of expression across the myriad of EGFR TKI resistant mutations. And overexpression is associated with poor prognosis in non-small cell lung cancer. So targeting the C797S mutations may address specific forms of resistance in the third generation of EGFR TKIs. And then MET may be a target for a specific form of EGFR-TKI resistance. In clinical trials, the MET amplification is defined as an increase in gene copy member or overexpression. And there's a 15% incidence of upregulation observed following EGFR-TKI resistance. It activates the STAT, MAPK, and PI3K pathways to promote cancer growth. For biblical integration, I chose POM 23.4. I chose both of these because they are often associated with cancer and are given to cancer patients to give them hope. So the first one is, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And Deuteronomy 31:6, be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. And here are my references.